Good morning, dear student. Today we're going to start with the Unit 4, Section C, which was a poem. It couldn't be done. Somebody said that it couldn't be done, but he with a chuckle replied that maybe it couldn't, but he will be one. We wouldn't say so till he tried, so he buckled right in with the trace of a grin on his face. If he worried he hid it, he started to sing as he tackled the thing that couldn't be done, and he did it. Somebody scoffed, "Oh, you'll never do that. At least no one ever has done it." But he took off his coat and took off his hat, and the first thing we knew, he had begun it. With a lift of his chin and a bit of a grin, without any doubting or could it, he started to sing as he tackled the thing that couldn't be done, and he did it. There are thousands to tell you it cannot be done. There are thousands to prophesies failure. There are thousands to point out to you one by one. The danger that wait to assail you, but just buckle in with a bit of a grin. Just take off your coat and go to it. Just start in to sing as you tackle the thing. That cannot be done, and you'll do it. By Edgar Albert Guest. I am giving you a brief intro of a poet, Albert Edgar Guest, 1881 to 1959, was a British born American poet who was popular in the first half of the 20th century and known as the people's poet. His poems often have an inspirational and optimistic view of everyday life. His collection include home rhymes, just glad things, and when day is done. In this poem, the speaker inspires us to give our best to complete any task that we may need to do, however difficult it may be seen, and regardless of what others say. It Couldn't Be Done by Edgar Albert Guest is a three-stanza poem that is separated into sets of 8 lines or octaves. Guest structured each of these octaves with a constant rhyme scheme. The line follow the pattern of AB, AB, CD, CD, alternating as the poet saw fit from stanza to stanza. There are moments in which rhymes are repeated through. Now come to the first stanza. The first stanza tell, tell of a situation in which an unnamed somebody tries convince a man that something cannot be done. Yeah, we can say the poet says the somebody tells to the man impossible work cannot be done. But man reply by laughing quietly, maybe that work couldn't be done unless he tries himself to do it. So he get ready to do difficult work with broad smile on his face. If he had worries, he, he hid it. He started to sing to encourage himself with positive attitude towards his life and want to go ahead. By overcoming all fears, he is confident and proud of his own abilities to achieve his goal. Now, come to the second stanza. The second stanza, the poet says that unnamed speaker, the other makes fun of him, telling him he will never do that. Other tells that no one had ever done it. The poet takes off his coat and his hat, showing his courage to deal with the task and want to remove all the obstacle between him and his target. He raises his head with pride and smiled on the surprised overlooker. The man sung a song to encourage himself as he started doing the work on that undoable feat and completed the task. Then the last paragraph, the third stanza says that thousands of people tell you that it cannot be done. You have to believe in yourself. Thousand will predict failure. Thousand will point out means there are great number of people who do not want to see us successful. The poet want to say no smooth sailing reach to destination. You have to keep on working hard. Okay? And so many difficult and hurdles, but we have to overcome them with broad smile to reach to the destination. It does not matter what it is, anything can be accomplished by someone who is dedicated enough to hard work. Now come to the difficult words. Chuckle, quite laugh, buckled, to fasten something, yeah, got involved, okay, scoffed, mocked in a derogatory way, quit complaining about small thing, prophecy, predict, assail, disturb, or upset severally. Now, what is the meaning of octaves? Octaves means the rhyming words is coming next to the next paragraph, next to the next line. Done, replied, won, tried, grin, it, thing, it. Done, won. So AA. Replied, tried. So BB. Grin, thing, C. It, so DD. Now you have understood now. Done, one, so AA. Replied, tried, BB. Grin, thing, CC. It, and it, DD. It is the meaning of octaves, means rhyming word is coming next to the next line is coming. Okay. In the same way, in the second stanza also, that, it, hat, it, grin, quidit, thing, it. Now, in the second stanza, the same thing, that, hat, it, so AA, BB, grin, thing, cc, quidit, it, it is your bb. Okay. Now, third stanza, you will going to do the rhyming by your own self.